Yes, and okay. Um, yeah, and hi, friend. So, and okay, hey, friend. Have you ever have you ever thought about this, friend? You know that, and have you ever have you ever thought about this? Have you ever that thought about this? Thought about that? Have you ever thought about this? Thought about this? Have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about this? That and your loss, your first real loss. What was that? What was your loss? Your first real loss. That what was? What was your loss? Your first loss, first real loss. What was that your loss? Your first real loss. Your first and real, not fake loss. What was your loss? Your loss. Hey, that what was that? What was your loss? Your first real loss. I mean that kind that changes you. I mean that kind that changes you. I mean you know that. I mean that kind, the kind that changes you. The kind that the kind that the kind that changes you. That changes. That changes you. Changes you. Hey friend, you know, have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about that? That what was that? What was your loss? Your first loss. Your first real loss. I mean the kind of changes you. That changes you. Yeah. Yes, I have. Yes. I have. Yes, I have. And I think that I think you have to. I think that we have to, and I think everyone has. Everyone does. And I think you have, I have, we have, and she has, he has, everyone has. Everyone has. Everyone has. Everyone does. I think I have. You have. And for me, you know that it wasn't like a losing things for me, you know that. For me, you know that it wasn't losing things. It wasn't. For me, it wasn't. It wasn't losing things. Losing. It wasn't losing things. Losing things. For me, you know, it wasn't that. It wasn't like losing things. And fail? No, not failing a class either. Not failing a class either. Not failing a class either. Failing a class either. Not failing a class. Not failing a class either. Either. For me, it wasn't losing things. Not failing a class either. It was losing someone I love. I really love. It was that. Losing someone I love. I really love. And it was, losing someone I love. I really love. It was that, losing someone I love. I really love. Losing someone I love. I really love. And who was it? But who was it? Okay. Who was it? But who was it? Who was it? Who is it? Who was it? That it was that. It was losing someone I love. I really love. But who is it? Who was it? That my grandmother. That my grandmother. My grandmother. That my grandmother. When I was a kid. When I was little. When I was a kid. When I was little. When I was little. When I was little. When I was a kid. When I was little. I thought that. I thought that loved ones. I thought loved ones that stay with me, stay with you forever. I just thought that loved ones would stay. Loved ones stayed with you, with us, forever. I think, and I thought that loved ones, loved ones that and stay with you forever. I thought that I think I thought loved ones stay with you forever. And stayed forever. Stay forever. That loved ones, I think, and I thought that. I thought that loved ones stayed forever, but when she passed away, but when she passed away, but when that she passed away, when that she passed and passed away. Okay, but when she passed away, I knew, I learned, I realized that life doesn't follow my wishes. That I realized that. I knew, I learned. I realized that life and just follow my wishes. That life follow? No, it doesn't follow my wishes. And doesn't follow my wishes. Doesn't follow. Follow my wishes. My wishes. Doesn't? Yes, and just follow my wishes. That doesn't. Doesn't follow my wishes. I know I realized that life doesn't follow my wishes, and it felt like that the part of my world disappeared. It felt like that the part of my world disappeared. It felt like that. Like what? Like part of my world. Yeah, the part of my world. That part of my world, part of my world just disappeared. Yeah, just disappeared. Just disappeared. It felt like that. I felt like that part of my world disappeared. I know. I see. I get that. Yes. And I know. I see. I get that. And I know that pain, the pain of losing someone you love, you really love, and isn't like any other kind of pain. I know that pain, the pain of losing someone you love, you really love, the pain of. I know that pain. The pain of that losing someone you love, losing someone you love, the pain of losing someone that someone you love, you really love, and it's like isn't like any other kind of pain. Isn't like any other kind of pain, any other kind of pain, any other kind of pain. I know that pain, the pain of losing someone you love, you really love, that is like any other kind of pain. My first loss was different. That my loss was different. My first loss, my first loss, my first loss, that was different. And now that was different. Yeah, was different. My first was different. My family struggled financially. My family struggled financially. My family struggled financially. My family. My family struggled financially. Yeah, struggled financially. Financial. Financially. That. So my loss was different, very different. That my family struggled financially, and I saw that. I saw my parents arguing. And I saw that my parents. I see I saw that my parents arguing. I saw my parents arguing. And that moment that broke something in me. That moment just broke something in me. That moment. Because that moment just broke something in me. That broke something in me. That broke something in me. I saw that my parents arguing at that moment. That moment broke something in me, and that must have been tough, hard, very difficult, right? That must have been tough. Wow, that must have been, and must have been tough, hard, difficult. That must have been tough, hard. It's very hard. So that the moments like that force you to grow fast, super fast. Moments like that force you to grow fast. Moments like that. Moments like moments like that. Moments like that force you to grow. That I know that force you and force you to grow fast, super fast. Force you to grow fast, super fast. Okay, I know moments like that force you to grow fast, super fast. I just thought that I always thought that my parents were strong, so strong. I always thought that my parents were strong, so strong. And I always thought that. I always thought that my parents were strong, so strong. My parents that were strong, so strong. Were strong. I always thought that my parents were strong, so strong. But that day, I remember that day. My dad just sat quietly. My mom cried. And for the first time, I realized that. But that day, that my dad just sat quietly. My dad just sat quietly. That sat quietly. But that day, my dad just sat quietly, and my mom cried. And my mom cried. My mom cried. For the first time. I realized that they were as fragile as anyone else. Fragile, and for the first time in my life, for the first time in my life, for the first time in my life, I realized that they were as fragile as anyone else. I realized that. I realized. I just realized that they were as fragile as, and they were as fragile, and they were as fragile as, they were as fragile as, fragile as anyone else. Anyone else? Anyone else? I realized that they were fragile as anyone else. My innocence, I lost a piece of my innocence. And I lost my innocence, a piece of my. I lost. Yes, I lost. My innocence, a piece of. A piece of my innocence. Innocence. I lost a piece of my innocence. Yeah, I know the feeling. I see. And I know. Yes, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. That sometimes that some pain comes so quickly, expected, no, unexpectedly, that no one can be ready for it. No one can ever be ready for it. I know some pain. I know some pain that comes so quickly, unexpectedly, that no one can be ready for it. Comes so. Yeah, some pain that comes so quickly. Expected, no, unexpectedly. Comes so unexpectedly. Unexpectedly. Comes unexpectedly. So expected, no, unexpectedly. Expected, unexpected. Unexpectedly, that no one can be ready for it. That no one can be ready for it. Can ever be ready for it. Can be ready for it. No one can ever be ready. Be ready for it. ready for it. You know, sometimes some pain comes so quickly, unexpectedly, that no one can be ready for it. No one can ever be ready for it. Be ready for it. Okay, no one can be that no one can be ready for it. Feeling. Yes. That I know the feeling. Feeling. Something comes so quickly, unexpectedly, that no one can be ready for it. Can ever be ready for it. Just yeah, you understand. Yes, sure, you can. Totally, you can understand by living through it. By living through it. Living through it, you understand. Yeah, sure, you can. But you only understand. Understand. And do you understand? Yes, I understand, but only understand it by living through it. By living through it. Living through it. Living through it. Exactly. True. So true. And so you know that there's another kind of loss too. There's another kind of loss too. And so you know there's another loss, kind of loss too. Kind of loss too. There's another loss, kind of loss too. Your friends, okay, and losing your friends that you thought it would stay with you forever. Your friends, and losing your friends. That losing your friends. I know, losing your friends. You thought it would stay with you forever. Friend, you thought. You thought it would stay with you. Would stay with you forever. That would. Okay. Loss, kind of loss. That lose your friends. That you thought that you would stay with you forever. And I like you. I thought the best friends, close friends were just forever. Like you, I thought that. Like you, I thought that best friends, close friends. Best friends, close friends. Close friends and best friends were forever. Like you. But as you know that everything changes. Everything changes, and the people, someone people that change. Like you, everything changes, and the people too. But people, they change. People change. They change. Everything changes. Life just moves on, and life moves on, moves on. No, life moves on, and suddenly, you are no longer a part of their life, their daily life, and suddenly, okay, and suddenly, you're part of their life. No, you're no longer part of their life. Okay, that, and you are no longer. We don't talk anymore. Okay, you are no longer part of their life. Yeah, part of their life. They are their daily life. Yeah, daily. Their life, their daily life. We don't talk anymore. Yeah, you're no longer a part of their life, daily life, and just one more thing. You know that the distance is a loss too. Distance is a loss too. Distance. That distance is a loss too. Is a loss. Is a loss too. Distance is a loss too. Yeah, same here. Me too. Same here. Me too. A fight, arguing, no, not because of a fight. Because of a fight, no, not because of a fight. Because of a fight. Arguing, no, not. And just like pulling people apart. Just like pulling people apart. You and me, we, he, she. Okay. Just life. Pulling people apart. Life, pulling people apart. People apart. Okay. Just life pulling people, you and me, apart. And that's when I learned something. I realized that something. That's when I learned something. That's when. That's when I learned something. I learned something. That's when I learned something that a relationship, keeping a relationship. I think that takes effort too. also takes effort. A relationship, keeping a relationship. Keeping a relationship. Relationship. Keeping a relationship takes effort too. Also takes effort. Also that takes effort. Takes effort. Keeping a relationship that takes effort. Also takes effort. Okay, keeping a relationship, it also takes effort. Memories? No, not just memories. And not just memories, beautiful memories. Beautiful, so beautiful memories that. Yeah, true, so true. True, so true. But honestly, to be honest, and you know that my biggest loss was that word inside me. But you know my biggest loss. Actually, honestly, that my biggest loss. My biggest loss was that inside me was inside me. My biggest loss was that inside me, and a version of myself, losing a version of myself. Losing a version of myself. A version of myself. That losing a version of myself. Losing a version of myself. Innocence, lose. And trust, lose. And carefree self, losing everything. Innocence, lose. Okay. And losing innocence. Losing innocence. Innocent, lose. Trust, lose. Innocence. And losing trust. Innocence, trust. That carefree self, lose everything. Carefree. That the carefree self, carefree self, losing. Carefree self. And I know that some losses can be seen. Some losses can be seen. I know some losses. Losses. Can be seen. Can be seen. I know some losses can be seen, but you can feel them many years later. But you can't feel them. But yeah, you feel them. You feel them for years later. Years later, many years. Like when I failed my first job. Like when I failed my first job. Like that, I failed my first job. Like when I failed my first job. My first job. Like when I failed my first job, I lost my confidence. I lost my confidence, and I lost my confidence. I lost my confidence. My confidence. Yeah, I lost my confidence. And rebuilding took time, a lot of time. Rebuilding, that took time, a lot of time. Rebuilding. Rebuilding that took time, a lot of time. Took time. A lot of time rebuilding. Rebuilding took time, a lot of time. Yes, I know, I get it. I get it. Me too. Because that a breakup I had a breakup one time. I had a breakup like you. I had a breakup once. I felt it betrayed, completely betrayed. I felt that betrayed, completely betrayed. And I felt that betrayed, completely betrayed. Completely betrayed. Completely betrayed. I felt that completely betrayed. And it wasn't. It was just about the losing that person and the most important thing was that I lost trust in love. It wasn't about losing the person. Sure, I lose that person, but the most important thing that I lost my trust in love. It wasn't just that and losing that person. losing that person. That person. It wasn't just losing the person. I lost trust in love. That I lost trust in love. And for a long time, for a long time, that these losses, quiet losses, stay with you. That for a long time, stay with us, stay with me, stay with you. For a long time. That for a long time. I know those losses, quiet losses, that stay with you, with us, with me. These losses, quiet losses. Stay with you. Stay with me, with us. Okay, those losses, quiet losses, stay with you, and they so they make noise? No, they make no noise. They make noise? No, they make no noise. They make noise? No. No noise. No noise. They make noise? No noise. But they changes. Deeply. But they changes deeply. But they changes deeply. But they change. Change you, change us. Deeply. Changes deeply. Looking back. Looking back. I knew that. I realized that. I learned that those losses, these losses, first losses, those first losses shape me, shape you, shape us. Those losses, but the first losses. Those losses, but first losses that shape and shape me and shape you. Shape me. That they just make me appreciate the people more, and loved ones more. They made me appreciate people more. They made me. They made me. They made me appreciate the people more, especially the loved ones. Appreciate people more, especially loved one. Appreciate people more. They made me appreciate people more. They made me appreciate people more. Made me appreciate people more. Patient, yeah, be more patient. Be more patient. Be more patient. Be patient, be more patient. Guaranteed? No, nothing is guaranteed. And I understand that nothing is guaranteed. And I understand that. And understand. And everything is guaranteed. No, nothing is guaranteed. And understand that. Understand that nothing. Everything? No, nothing. Nothing is guaranteed. Is it guaranteed? Is it guaranteed? Everything? No, nothing. Yeah, Sam. Me too. Same here. Me too. They are. So, and what did you learn, my friend? What did you learn? I learned that they teach us that how to love better. They teach you. They teach me. They teach us. They teach. They teach us. They teach us. They teach you, me, teach us that how to love better. Do you know how to love better? Do you know how to love? They teach us how to love better. And the key is that what matters is the most important thing is that especially when you lose something important, especially once you lose something important is very important. Especially when you lose something that very important, that you lose something important. You lose something important. And you lose something important is very important. Especially when that you lose something that's very important, and you learn that you learn to care for what remains, and you learn to care for what remains. That you learn, you have to learn, you need to learn, you should learn. Yeah, as soon as possible. Learn to care for what? For what remains. What remains? What remains? You should learn to care for what remains. Yeah, I know that it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I know that it hurts. But I think that it helps a lot. It helps you a lot. Helps you understand yourself. But I know that it helps a lot. It helps you. helps you and me, helps you, helps us understand yourself. Yourself. Okay. No. Yourself. Understand. It helps you a lot. Understand yourself. That's yourself. Okay.